okay? Jeez.
The Rottweiler.
Welcome to WildStar, the Settler's Path, Grievances, WildStar Cast. Right? That's how yeah. Starting a new Stalker in WildStar. Oh, man, somebody screwed up the dashboard. Oh, Dash.
Oh, Dash messed up the dashboard. What?
Fail, Dash.
Oh, now I have to listen to a commercial. You know how you can't mute the commercials now? It's terrible. What?
Well, to start off with, guys, I want to apologize for last week because we had sicknesses, people are unavailable, and really it was kind of a slow news week for last week too. So
you got to just refresh your thingy.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Refresh?
Yeah.
Refresh.
But then I'll get the video. I don't want to get the video. Let's not go through that again.
We're good.
We're good. Okay. So, like I said, I apologize for last week. Just things didn't work out, and it was a slow news week anyhow. So we felt we could save all our exciting stuff to this week, which they said was going to be an exciting week, and it is. So before we start out, what's that, Dash?
What happened this week?
What happened this week? Well, maybe I should start with introductions first. Yeah, you've all met us before. Though this is actually the first time I've ever talked with Waffle, because I've never talked with Waffle before. So he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Doom Waffle.
Now you're like insane by association. Welcome to the club.
I was already on my way there. So anyhow, like I was gonna say, introductions. I'm Kannon, Dominion Guild Leader. Everybody wants to go Dominion, just to let you know.
I do. I do.
Gentlemen,
True medic.
Gentlemen, would you introduce yourself? Starting with Streeg.
Streeg. I am Streeg. I am the XO for the Exile side, because that's where all the cool kids hang out.
The cool Orin.
Cool Orin. I gotta say, I've been picking on the Orin since day one, and I went out there and I played around with the customization, and I'm thinking, this Orin looks pretty dang cool, man. Maybe
you like the pink. You like the pink hair with the spikes and
be able to do this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give it
kind of makes me worry
ears.
now.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You were playing a female character then.
Yes. And we have Mr. Dash.
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
I am Dash. I am just a player, but I produce all these shows for Grievance.
Which we have to thank him because he finally, we've had our first, Dominion. Well, it was Dominion. First WildStar streaming because now NDA's been lifted. Yeah. So he started streaming last night for us.
I was playing an Aura. No.
Yeah.
No.
Exile.
The end is near.
Yes.
And we don't know when open beta is yet. Cybercast.
No. I had read something saying that, and this was a couple months ago. It's probably changed, knowing our luck, saying that it would be a month before game release. But I haven't seen anything again official, and you haven't seen anything posted about open beta. But we'll see. Maybe they'll follow what they said. Yeah. And like I said, new guy for me, Waffle. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hey, I'm Waffle. The wonderful coin name of Doom Waffle. Thank you, Dashivah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was an interesting conversation that day. But yeah, I play WildStar and stuff.
Yes.
Undecided vote on side though. Dominion Exile, haven't decided yet.
Oh.
I'm pretty partial to more Dash Space Zombies though.
No.
That's right.
They do have some cool customization though.
They do. I think their customizations are awesome. But
I do love the brain being able to be shown for the Mordesh.
Yeah. I've gone more towards the Predator style dreadlocks that they get.
Oh
yeah,
I know.
like
Yeah,
those.
I like those ones too. I like the Predator reference.
The funny thing is, both Soul and I, we made a Mordesh character to play around with. We were grouping together and everything, and so we both separately didn't talk about it. We made our tunes. And we went in a game and we met each other after the starting zone. And then we're standing next to each other. Exactly the same. The dreadlocks, brain casing, jaw, lantern, everything. The only difference was I had orange highlights and he had purple highlights. It was just, he's like, and I was thinking about going orange too. I was like, freaky.
Okay. Yeah.
twin space zombies. That's awesome.
So
See,
that
for some reason, like my best idea was he's gonna be pink. I don't know why, but I had a pink stalker. It was awesome. A pink stalker space zombie. It was.
I'd tell you what color I was going to be, but I couldn't tell what color he was. So
it was a beautiful pink-purple combination that nobody else had.
Look, I made the guy white. What do you mean he's like bright pink?
For people that don't know, Streeg is colorblind. So.
Yes.
Oh.
Shades of gray for you, sir. Shades of gray.
Oh, look, this guy looks tan, and my kid walks by. Why'd you create an orange guy? I don't know.
Again.
Look tan to me. I don't know.
Nice. So, we know NDA's been lifted, and the other exciting news, launch day.
Launch day.
Launch day! Finally.
Yay. Should we play the video?
Yes, we should play the video. Give us
We can also pre-order.
Next week.
Product not yet rated.
19th.
19th.
Thought it was 19th. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it's an
Nexus, shining jewel of the galaxy. A wild, unexplored paradise lost to the ages deep in the starless expanse. Well, guess what? Now you can make this alien paradise your next adventure. How? Hop a ship and enjoy the ride. Explore the ruins of a mysterious, hyper-advanced civilization. Escape galactic conflict and meet the neighbors. Yes, everyone's a friend on Nexus. And hold on to those self-sealing space pants because, bam, there's more! Act now and you'll get a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Your very own rocket house. Yes, a rocket house. Is it a rocket? Is it a house? It's both. It'll make you say, look at me, I live in a rocket. So start your journey to Nexus today. Protostar, pre-selling you the home of your dreams. For money. The Protostar Corporation is not responsible for injuries you may incur in your rush to take advantage of this limited time offer.
Oh yeah.
I love it. Who has a loud keyboard, by the way? Is that you, Waffle?
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Whoa.
Cherry MX switches. Hey man, if you're gonna be a gamer, get Cherry MX switches. I just don't remember what color they are.
No, not cherry, huh?
Yeah, they might be browns.
I like how in that video they're not afraid to be like, you can play this game for money.
Yes.
At least they're honest, okay?
Yeah.
They're not
Yes.
gonna be like, oh yeah.
We're making
those
this game
guys-
for you. They're making this game to make some money.
Make money.
Yeah.
That's whatever. Come on.
Nice.
We're
Didn't
all
see
out
that
there to
coming.
make money.
I like that. I give them my money. Yeah.
Problem is, I am
Yeah.
lining up. I'm right in line to give them my money. Here you go, guys.
Yep.
Take it all, please.
Yes.
Heck
Yep.
Because I know we've been, all of us here, all of us here have been in beta, and I personally, I love it. I love this game. They have done a beautiful job putting it together. It's probably one of the smoothest betas I have ever played. Once in a while, I get a bug, but most of the time, it's playable.
Most of the time, it's like a quest. It's a bug quest or something, right? It's not.
Yeah.
It's
I
nothing-
Most of the
It's
bugs
like-
I've seen. Yeah, most of it I've seen has just been cosmetic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
nothing-
one or
nothing
two
bad.
cosmetic things, and then I think the worst thing was a quest, and it didn't really bug me that bad. Like
Yeah.
I was just like, okay,
Okay, got more quests to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
hey, look,
Yeah.
there's one over there.
Yeah.
As you run along, you get a quest. Here's a quest. Here's a quest. Here's a quest. I got plenty to do.
Yeah.
Thanks. Oh, here,
Yeah.
take this quest.
That's basically it, right? When I
Yeah.
think the first thing when people get into WildStar is it's overwhelming.
Yes.
Like how much,
There's a lot to do.
once you get off the starting ship and you get on land and you start doing the quest and everything, once you're like level 10, you have so much stuff to do. It's like,
Yeah.
what do I do?
Oh, it
They-
is.
they
I gotta
definitely
craft, I
throw
gotta
the
mine,
fire
I
on
gotta-
that one.
I could do.
They get you right into it.
Yeah, tons of stuff.
Yeah.
So we can pre-order though.
Yes, and you get loots with pre-order.
Yes.
Loots. Everybody loves loots. Of course, like they said,
Shinies.
you get a rocket house. That is awesome. You know, houses cost money, guys. They're giving you a free house. Yes,
And a cool one.
cool one
You'll live in
too.
a ship. Who doesn't want to do that?
Yeah.
Get
Right now,
the rocket house. It's like a house, but it's a rocket.
Rocket.
Yeah.
I wish I'd been thinking because I would have gone online. I would have gotten myself a screenshot of my house so I could show you what I got because I was going to do that earlier. And I was like, oh, I got to do that. And then I had to make dinner. So sorry about that, guys.
It's okay.
But
It's okay.
I know.
Where are your
You'll
priorities?
You'll just have to stream it.
Yeah.
Yes, I will have to stream it. But I have a one-room house, you know, and it's small. This thing is going to be big. It's a rocket.
We'll see.
I hope it has a stairway to heaven.
One room rocket.
Oh,
So we got a rocket house,
No.
housing trophy. I don't know. What
yeah,
that is.
housing trophy. I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
know. Yeah, trophy.
I
There
tell
you
you,
go.
Another rocket to go in your rocket house.
Yeah, rocket trophy to go in the rocket house.
Takes
brilliant.
up all
I
the
like
room
this.
in one room.
You put it down, boom. You can do
Boom.
that. You can
Yeah.
make it with the entire size of the room if you so desire. In-game title, Chosen of the Progenitors. All right, I get a title.
Yeah, I think there's one thing in here that we're just all really getting the pre-order for.
The storage bag. All right, maybe I'm the only one after the storage bag. 3-day head start.
And more. No. The 3-day head start. Like everyone wants to
Yes.
be part of the head start,
Yeah.
right? Like, oh, well, I'm gonna wait in between the 3 days to buy my WildStar so that I don't get into the. It's like almost like why wouldn't you be in the head start?
Yes.
Head starts are always a fun thing to be a part of.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you don't get to play the game for the first day, and it's like because servers get bombarded. And,
Yeah.
Spreads it out. It
It's
does.
great
It
fun.
spreads it out and makes it easier too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And of course, for everybody that was unfortunate and did not get into the beta, pre-ordering you gives you the access to the weekend betas for March 24th or March 21st, April 4th, April 18th, and May 2nd. So 4 weekends of beta. So the pre-order will give you access to those betas.
Yeah.
So
So
To
does that
answer
mean
the question
after
early-
the first week in May, that's when open beta starts?
that's what I was going to
think
say.
so.
I mean, it's the 4 weekends. I get you to May 2nd. The early access starts May 31st. They said about a month
Yeah.
before would be open beta. So, you know, you can put two and two together pretty easy, I think, on that one.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'll trust them on this. They've delivered everything they said they would, so I'll definitely trust them on this.
yep. Very true.
Okay,
So
but we have
So what-
2 editions.
That's what I was going to say. What edition do you go for?
deluxe, all
That's
the
what-
way.
Digital Deluxe.
For days.
Forget it.
Well, the great thing I think it comes with a deluxe one is the hoverboard.
The Elden hoverboard.
That is, I think that's the best thing because once again, stuff costs you gold in game. So boom, here's a free one.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And it works on water.
And it works
on
a
water.
costume,
Yes.
A costume
Costume.
Yep.
and a title. Is this really
Special
worth $15?
title.
Do you guys feel like it's worth $15?
Just
Title
because I
on-
love throwing my money out, I will be getting the deluxe edition.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know if
why.
I care much about a title or a costume or die.
Or die, or I mean,
I mean, the only thing's really the hoverboard, and they already
Yeah.
said if you get a
Yeah.
character like level 10 in the beta, you get a hoverboard anyways. It's
Yeah.
not
That's true.
Elden themed,
Yeah.
but it's still a hoverboard. So,
yeah,
Yeah.
but I'll
Everybody
buy it
Elden
the deluxe
themed.
anyways because hey, it's WildStar.
yeah.
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 So yeah. So
Wear your costume proud.
Is the hoverboard worth $15? What if like when we get into the actual launch game, the hoverboard cost a bunch of money? We're like, oh, I should have spent the $15.
Yeah, you go and it's like, this is 14,000 gold. You're like, oh,
Ah,
I'll wait for
come
my
on.
chewable.
I'll be
Get
in
your
game. I'll
hamster
be like,
balls, quick.
I'll be in there. I'm like, I can start the guild, or I can buy the hoverboard. So much for the guild, guys. I gotta get the hoverboard.
Yeah.
All right, guys, not today.
Yeah,
That's what happens on the Dominion side. Selfish.
Selfish, yes.
That's right.
But you get to drink brandy freely.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
I know. Let me drink some of this.
Cannon will be in a
coffee.
spaceship house, with brandy and gold-plated walls going, I don't need a guild.
I got an Elden-inspired hoverboard
I know.
and booze.
Yeah, but
Guilds?
okay. Steel mentioned it in the chat. But how do we feel about not having a collector's edition?
Yeah, the retail box.
I wanted like a big old statue of something, right?
I thought we'd be getting plushie rouse dowsers, actually. I thought we would have a collector's edition that came with a plushie.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I've been telling everybody, I watched one of their events that they had early on, and they had passed around as little gift bags there. They had that WildStar leather bracelet that clipped together that was also a USB stick. And I was just praying that they would have a store-bought collector's edition that would have one of them in there, because that's what I really wanted. So I'm really bummed that I don't get any toys to play with.
I know.
Yeah.
What kind of bothers me is
I'm bummed I don't have to spend $120 on a collector's edition.
Please take my money.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but for me, it's like, you got the game, and you get all this cool stuff in game. I want something I can hold and be like, yeah, that's $120. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Remember
This
that.
blank wall. I want something for my blank wall.
Posters.
Yeah,
For days.
Just print out a
Just give me
screenshot or something.
posters.
A
Now what-
poster.
A wall full of screenshots. I didn't get a real tail box, but I got some sweet wallpaper.
Yes. What bothers me about not having a collector's edition is because in every game I get a collector's edition of that's an MMO, I usually get these key fobs.
Yeah.
These things have saved my accounts because you get hacked. You get hacked if you don't have them. I'm hoping that they have something like that available. Something for
I
the
know.
phone.
Yeah,
Give me
I know.
something.
Now you just have to get it on your phone.
Yeah. Haven't seen anything yet, but I highly suggest
We'll
doing
see.
that.
We still got 2 months.
Yeah, exactly. There's time.
Yeah, or more than 2 months.
We all know how Carbine plays. They're going to surprise us with something at some point. So hopefully it's a retail box.
I hope it's not a Rouse Dowser plushie. I have to hit its butt and it gives me a number. Yeah, that'd be very
but
disturbing.
why would they get a retail box later when we're gonna pre-order in a week, and so then we're gonna spend our money, and then they're gonna be like, oh yeah, by the way, now here's the collector's edition.
Yeah.
Oh, that would make me so mad.
Yeah.
Well, what
Or
if
maybe you could upgrade. They'll
you
let you
know,
upgrade or something.
they obviously told you if you wanted to, you can cancel your pre-order. So make a quick phone call or an email.
Yeah.
You never know. And they could be like, if you want to spend another $15, I'd definitely do that.
I love the idea. I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wish it would, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that one.
So we've all been in beta here.
Yeah.
Tunes that we played. Favorite tunes. We'll start with Waffle because he hasn't had much.
Exile, I heard him say. Yeah.
Well, I played on both sides. I've got my my Mordash Stalker, who's on, of course, he's Exile. He's a lot of fun. I get my Space Zombie on. And then I've also got my my Makari Warrior, which was a lot of fun. Just the different starting zones really tells you a lot, but it's hard to say which one's my favorite still. I have a lot of fun on both of them. I'm a big melee class guy, so I'm going to be undecided until, I finally just make that decision and decide who to commit to.
What were your thoughts on the Warrior? Because I've played the Warrior some, and it doesn't mesh with me personally. I don't know what it is, but
the whole combat system really makes the Warrior in WildStar such a much more fun to DPS, and the tanking is awesome. It's just, you have to be on your toes. You can't just sit there and be like, okay, shield buff up, shield buff up, shield buff up, heal me.
That seems to be like
No.
every class though in the game.
You're
It's
not going to sit there
You
and
just have to
drool
be
and
like tense the
cross-eyed,
whole time.
Yeah, and that's what makes tanking in this game so awesome.
We're gonna be all stressed
You're
out
gonna be-
during raids.
You gotta be like, oh no, there's something red. Run away.
dodge.
No, it gives you a reason to really get into the game and to really push yourself to play well, because if you don't, nobody's going to want to group with you. You're going to be like, not that guy.
That
Maybe
is
that kid that picked his nose in the 3rd grade. Nobody's gonna want to play patty cake. You got boogers all over you, man.
But I miss playing games like laying back and like when I'm playing WildStar, you have to be like sit up, like your
You gotta
posture.
be like,
Your posture has
Yes.
to be like.
I'm playing WildStar.
dodge. Oh no, I can't dodge anymore.
Your
gotta
animals are sitting in the corner afraid because you're screaming because you're afraid you're gonna die at some point.
I just
You
got
know?
in the mail yesterday a new keyboard, one of those wireless keyboards from Logitech through Newegg yesterday. I had to get it because while I was playing beta with WildStar, I have destroyed my WASD keys on my laptop. So I'm like, crap, I need a new keyboard now.
Get a reinforced keyboard.
Reinforced keyboard.
I know there's one that came from I think Cooler Master. It's got a steel plate built in the back of it, so you should probably pick that one up.
Wow, that'd be vicious, especially if you get mad. You just
Yeah.
Streeg's the guy that when you're watching a live stream play and you just hear. That's Streeg.
Yeah.
He also plays StarCraft on part time.
yeah, those are crazy guys too.
Yeah.
Streeg, favorite
Yes,
tune.
what?
Favorite tune.
Depends on the day of the week.
Really?
I am loving the Stalker and I am loving the Esper. And today, I'm leaning towards Esper.
Oh my gosh. Because
So,
he's been talking Stalker for the last 2 months.
I go back and forth so many times. It is unbelievable because I love both of those classes so much. But you know what? I think I'm torn right down the center between both classes because I think they're both equally as fun. So I think in my mind, I'm falling back on saying I've talked to people that played beta. I've talked to people that went into the first adventure dungeon zones and played healer, and they start panicking and stressing and saying, I can't do this, and they start changing their minds. So I'm envisioning healers to be a very rare breed because it is going to be challenging. So I think that is what's swaying me over to the Esper because I'm saying I don't care who out there says that they're going to play a medic or some kind of healer. When they get in there and they do their first dungeon run, I think the number of healers in the game is going to drop dramatically. It's going to take a special type of person to want to stick it out. So I think I am leaning towards Esper because I think everybody else is going to say, oh my God, this is too crazy. I'm going Stalker, and we're going to have 5,000 Stalkers. So
because
I think it's gonna be
that's
the
the
same
easiest
with
thing,
the
right?
tanks.
yeah, same with the tanks. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes skill, guys. You know, if you're not willing to put in the man work. Not willing
The man work.
we're not going there, Dad.
Yeah. Moving on.
And this way. But if you're not willing to put in the hours for it, and actually learn your class, whether it be the healer or the tank, to areas that are going to take work, it's going to be a very rare breed, and I'm pretty happy about that because that means the tanks and the healers are going to be for once. You're not going to run into some dude in a dungeon that just doesn't heal anybody.
Right.
Yeah. No kidding.
What if there's a bunch of medics running around and they're like, no, I'm a DPS medic.
There will be that.
Yeah.
I do see that coming. A whole lot of medics and espers and gunslingers or spell slingers, and they're all going to be, oh no, I ain't healing, man. No freaking way.
That's their prerogative, though. They just have to understand that when they're standing around trying to get a group, there's a reason. If you can heal,
you better have some great DPS numbers.
Yeah. If you can heal, you'll have a spot. I'll tell you that. If you can tank, you'll have a spot in that group. If you're DPS, you might be waiting. But that's the way it works in most games too. So,
Yep.
So, how about you, Dash? Favorite class?
Favorite class? I want to say Stalker.
Yeah.
But I will be playing a medic.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Stalker going medic? What?
Yep.
A DPS medic?
No.
But I'm not healing. No.
No.
Don't let the name fool you.
I once in almost every MMO I've been a healer. And then the times that I don't pick a healer, like when Final Fantasy launched, I was like, oh, like there's 1,000 people, right, that say, oh, I'm gonna be a healer. She's like,
Then
you know
I'm
what?
gonna go to something else.
This time, you know what? I'll relax. I'll play a DPS, and then you get to the max level, and then all the healers dropped off and started playing DPS, and you're like, what? I should have played a healer.
Darn it!
That's right.
So I want to be one of those people that Streeg mentioned that's gonna put in, or as Doomwaffle
The
put
good-
it,
the
I'm
good
gonna put
ones are
it.
the
I'm gonna
bad
put in
ones.
the man work.
Doom
Okay.
man work.
I'm gonna put
That
in the
seems
man
to be a
work.
popular term now. Okay.
Doom Waffle and his man work.
Oh yeah. Man,
Can't wait to put in the man work.
I'll fill the
be a-
macros so when
and
I'm
be-
tanking, and every time I go into a group, be like, put in the man work. It's gonna be awesome.
That'd be good. That'd be
There was
good.
another action-style combat game that came out last, like, May, June time frame.
Was it called man work?
Close. But that was the same thing. Through beta, everybody went in, jumped into beta, started playing, and everybody was in love with the cleric. And then the game released, 0 clerics out there. They all went
happened?
rogue or something.
yeah.
So whatever list you're looking at, and you're like, ooh, I gotta find out what's gonna be.
I'm just gonna
ignore them.
I'm gonna put in the man work, and I'm gonna be a healer because I know it's gonna be like the class that no one wants to play because it sucks.
It's all-
Man work.
In WildStar, oh man, it's like
and
it's
people
scary.
are gonna stand in the telegraphs. They're gonna
Scary.
die, and they're always gonna point to the healer,
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, you screwed it up."
I was in the red stuff. I couldn't tell whether it was
But-
green or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just it. You can't blame the healer in this game. You can't blame the healer because
Well, they will.
it is up to the player to get in the green stuff. Get in the green stuff. Jeez.
Yeah.
The what?
The green stuff. You know, the
What-
gray
what-
stuff.
the-
The gray stuff.
That is why I decided I have to play a healer, because if somebody else is healing, I'll never know what color it is. So I have to do it myself because I can see the blue.
Oh man, Twitch looks like Twitch is having some issues again. That is sad.
What? Okay, that's fine. Though.
But so I'm gonna chime in here. Of course, I've said before, when I first saw this game come out, and I was like, "Oh, Warrior's gonna be the way to go." Tank, Warrior. And I got in there, and like I said, I played the Warrior, and I was like, "Okay, Warrior is not my class." So
Really?
yeah, it
Wow.
didn't do it. So, and which is sad because I have, my signature has the Warrior thing in there, which now I have to get changed because it is Engineer for me. I love the Engineer. I love the tank.
Still a tank.
Still a tank. I like Waffle said. Yeah, you gotta put in the man work.
The man
Put
work.
in the man work.
Yes.
Man work.
That's gonna be the grievance WildStar like motto. Man
Man.
work.
You
We
can't
are gonna
do
have a
that.
lot of
Put in
women
man
mad at
work.
us.
Yes. Quiet for those, gamer girls start
Yeah, the
listening
gamer
in
girls,
here.
There's a woman work.
Where's the
There you
woman
go.
work?
Oh my
You
god!
gotta put in the man for the woman.
But I love how the Engineer plays. It's the bots. They die quickly for me. I have out the Bruiser bot, which is your tank helper and everything like that. But at the moment, last beta, it died pretty quick. So you don't have to have bots to tank, though. That's a nice thing. It gives you an extra interrupt and everything like that. But like I said, Engineer, I love how it works. Everything feels smooth to me. I can move and shoot, which is very unusual because I actually went back to playing rating Star Wars last night, which I didn't say. And
Well,
you know how much
you decided to go back rating, and then all of a sudden they're all no more NDA, and you're like, oh,
yeah, exactly.
Why did I start playing? Lunch day.
I signed up for 2 months of this. Darn it. But so yeah, I love the movie and the shooting. Everything feels smooth for me for the Engineer. But just kind of in relation to what I was playing last night, once again I was playing my trooper in this unnamed game, and I couldn't move and shoot. I couldn't dodge. I couldn't vacuum loot. I couldn't sprint. Oh my god, I was horrible.
It was.
Why is this so slow? I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with
I
my
don't know.
head.
It was too, because you know what I did in that game is, and I remembered it rather quickly, was my rotation, and I had it down.
And
It
it's
was
just you're standing there going, this one, this one,
this one, yeah.
this one. Okay, this one.
That's what I was doing. I try a rotation on the engineer, and you can get a rotation going.
But it's like you're still dodging, and like it's
Yeah.
not like it just stand there and rotate. It's like it's situational, right?
It is. It's very situational. Like Waffle said, you're diving out of the red stuff, so then you messed up your cast. So
And because like how many times, especially just when you're questing, like you just by dodging and stuff, you're grabbing other mobs, and you're like, oh crap, I have 3 guys on me now.
yes,
No, I screwed it up.
that you
now
bring up
now you
another
really
point.
have to dodge.
Yeah.
Yes, because you grab more than 2 guys and you're working. You grab a group of 5 to 10 people, you're dead.
You're dead.
You're dead.
Yeah, I know. You die so fast in this game.
Yeah.
Just
there's
hit
too
the
much
big
red
X and just give up for the day.
And they sneak it up on you because I played beta for a while now, and I keep playing the tunes over and over again so I don't get burned out on the upper levels. And you play through the earlier levels, and you can literally stand in the telegraphs and only take a little bit of damage, and you're like, oh, this ain't so bad.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you hit like level 15 or something.
Yeah, it's like 15,
And all of a sudden
16.
you get hit by one telegraph and you're like, it's like, holy crap! I gotta get the heck out of these things, man.
I think I got in I think beta was the second beta they did in there. Telegraphs were still a little weak, and everybody was standing in them. It was like you get hit by a telegraph, you're like, I don't care.
Yeah.
So that's what I got into. It's like, all right, it's a telegraph. I'm not going to dodge out of this one. Well, as soon as they did the update for the next patch, the winter beta, oh my god, I couldn't believe
I
how
know.
hard that hit.
I think what it's at right now is a good balance. But
Yes.
I remember like December and January, like I was dying like crazy from telegraphs, and especially when you're fighting engineers, like NPC engineers, and when they do like, I forget what the like bombardment or whatever it is, but they like you get hit by one of those and it stuns you and you're gone.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Game
And I
over.
was- yeah. But right now, since I've been playing the past week or whatever, it's been kind of nice.
Yes,
Still have to
nicely balanced.
stay out. Yeah, stay out of the red, but it's
Yeah.
not gonna kill you. It's not gonna one shot you.
So the next favorite thing that I have from this game is the grouping, because you can solo by yourself and everything, but you get with a group, and you get more loot, you get more XP,
Yeah.
and you can take down
Everything goes
mobs.
like super
Oh,
fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is
It's
a ton of
probably
fun.
one of the first games that you wouldn't have to have some sort of a recruiter friend, or not naming any games in specific here, but you don't have to have something you signed up with somebody with, something ridiculous to get something like that. This game loves groups. They want you to play with, all these people, and get to know people, and it's it's really put a good thought in my mind for WildStar, because I played solo for a little while. I was like, oh, this is a good game, and then I played with one of the guys, and I was like, this game's awesome. Just complete flip around. I was like, this game's pretty tough. I'm getting killed a lot,
Yeah.
trying to
and then
stay
as soon as a
alive.
group
And
of
I get a
somebody-
buddy, and he's just like, oh, don't worry, I'll handle this, and you go kill them, and I'll throw a heal your way. I was like, I'm alive finally.
Yeah.
I can live.
And I think that's what it seems like. It's encouraging us to group because of how challenging it is, right? So
Yeah.
we're so used to just running off by ourselves and do our own thing or whatever. But now, older MMOs, I mean, this is nothing like an older MMO, but you used to always get groups, and no one said anything about it being too hard, right? That's just how it was. You get a group, and that's why you played in MMOs, and that seems like what it's trying to get back to is, yeah, you can play it by yourself, but it's going to be a lot more fun and not
It's hard.
death. One
Yeah.
mob rest.
Yeah, I made
almost-
that mistake when I first started playing. I ran up on like 3 mobs. Like, I can do this. Yeah, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I was like, this game's pretty cool. Oh, I'm dead.
The only
Right.
downside, not to be anywhere negative at all, but the only downside I've found to grouping so far is the way that they've changed since the shutdown and they started it back up. They changed that questing system so that you get a percentage. You got that percentage, the mobs you have to get instead of an actual count. Well, when you get those challenges, it works the same way with the challenges. So when you're in a group and your group has this challenge to kill X amount of these mobs, you get a percentage, and since you're in a group, you get a smaller percentage, and you just don't seem to find enough mobs to actually complete it in time.
Yeah, it definitely depends on where you are, because sometimes there's like tons, and your group will get the percentage like in a minute or whatever, and you're like, okay, we completed it. But then you'll be like in a cave somewhere with like there's another 2 or 3 people in there.
Yeah.
And you just can't find enough people, and so definitely some balance in there to go for. But other than that,
it's great.
Yeah. Fantastic.
You guys done Waffle? You been in any of their first dungeon there, the level 17 to 20 at all?
Not recently, sadly. I've been kind of busy with work, so I haven't gotten much time to play around. But
That's work?
I'm close. I know, right? It's ridiculous. Who does that?
Who does that?
I'm working towards it, and I would love to just get a dungeon and watch what happens when I die all the time.
We'll have to get you in there.
You know, I'm doing what I can. I'm gonna be a fun tank.
Cool.
The first one I did was Stormtail in there. Is the very first time I went in because they did some patching after I got in there. So the very first boss in there, and I was told, I think it was with Setsuko and Rail, and they're like, oh yeah, if we can get past the first boss, the rest of the run's easy. I'm like, well, okay, it's first boss, we'll get through that. I died, and I died, and I died, and I died. We had like 6 or 7. Yeah, and I was tanking. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Because, it was always the tank's fault if this boss went wrong and everything like that. They're like, no, this is just the way the fight is.
It happened.
Oh,
wow. Kind of discouraged you, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely a whole new take on the way you're gonna play.
Yeah.
I've noticed that the game really, it makes you fight to stay alive. I love it.
Well, kind of what I like too is if you notice between the dungeons and the adventures that got going on, they've kind of broken it out into like chunks of like 5 segment type things, and they divide the loot up for that adventure dungeon into those 5 things. So as you reach like a waypoint type thing and get this far into it, you get a piece of that loot. So if you're able to go through a dungeon and kill 3 out of the 5 mobs, at least you get 3 out of 5 of the loot. Or same way with the adventure. If you make it to like the 3rd waypoint, at least you get that many of the rewards from each spot you hit. So if you get to that final boss or that final part of the adventure and you can't complete it, at least you're not walking away empty-handed, which I think is really cool.
At least you've gotten some loot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which I will tell you, that Stormtail fight is a lot of fun. That last boss in there with basically the big ass dragon, but it's
big ass throw up dragon. Like
big
throw up dragon.
Gotta put in the man work to beat him.
That's right. That's man work.
What are you doing? Man work.
Man work. Oh God.
So now that the NDA is down, though, speaking of man work, we got. We're
Explain this to me.
excited about the raids because we're already testing raids and everything in the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not
my
gonna be
gosh.
like, oh, we're max level. What do we do? Like we got tons of stuff to do.
We forgot to. I was about ready to end the cast.
Oh,
I forgot about raids.
I know.
We got so excited.
I know.
Oh, fail.
We got busy talking about man work. Okay.
So basically, Dash, you went and you got this raid. Very first boss.
Zipback TV, they posted this the first 20-man raid boss on their YouTube channel, but like it looks pretty dang cool.
this
Yeah.
thing is
Yeah.
awesome.
This
And they said this is the easiest
is
boss.
the easiest boss.
Yeah.
This is the easiest
in
boss.
there.
But
And I'm thinking,
basically,
yeah, they make it look easy, but holy crap, they
Oh,
are
yeah.
organized.
yeah, like okay, like the one mechanic where one person will get targeted basically, and you get the big red thing around you, and
Oh,
you have to
what do you
jump.
do?
You have to jump
Yeah.
off the platform. Like, when was the first time someone figured that out? Like, what do we gotta do? Oh, I gotta jump off the platform.
What?
Well, we died again.
And then you
Oh,
have to
so you have
jump
to jump
before
off.
you land, so that you don't die because of the
Yeah, you
fall
see?
damage or whatever. And so,
When-
because if you stay up there, then it knocks all those platforms down, and you have nowhere to stand, and you're dead basically.
Yep.
But then, like, then there's the single target one. You see, like, oh, he has a, and it's like a little single target, and then it targets you, and it drops one, whatever you call it, one little platform.
Tile.
One little tile. But then you have to
Right.
keep rotating and moving around so that you're not creating islands with the tile, or you have nowhere to stand.
Yeah.
And then you got obviously his red stuff that you got to stay out of, and who knows what's going on there. But yeah, that seems to be basically that first fight. But
And it takes quite a while, so trying to be organized, knowing who's got to jump off,
yeah,
when,
every time,
who's
like,
got
you
to
have
go to
it,
which
jump
tile,
off. I
drop
don't
it
care.
down here.
Like, imagine like if the tank gets it or a healer gets it.
Oh
it's
yeah.
Like, it's like, man.
Yes.
What? One thing
Everything goes
I'd like to point out-
so fast.
I like the raid UI that they have there. I don't know if that's a custom UI that he's using up there on the left,
Probably.
but
Download
that is
add-ons.
clean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks clean.
that's clean.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well, you
That is
saw that
nice.
Curse is now sponsoring all the WildStar add-ons now.
Yeah.
They're,
Yes, which
they're
will
doing all that.
Love
which
the
will make that a
add-ons.
lot easier because I tried to do the add-ons with what they were giving me, and I don't know, I was missing something. I was like, what? Whatever.
Yeah. But this is the video that I was like, okay, now I'm excited for Wild. Like,
Yes.
I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to heal this.
I watched this too, and this was pretty darn exciting. And for them to keep saying this is the easiest boss in there, it was like, oh yeah.
They kept
This is gonna
kept
be
saying
fun.
like, by far this is the easiest.
I wonder what changes in this fight because you don't know what you're walking into. I mean, there's got to be a couple different abilities that he has, so I wonder what else there is.
That's probably why it's the easiest. It seems like it's the same thing. It's just everyone jump off, but you got to make sure you rotate because he has this one ability that's like almost looks like a death ray that they go from left to right.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you have enough space to do the little turn so everyone stays out of the red stuff, or else if you run out of space, then everyone's just gonna get hit with the red stuff and you're dead.
And we know red stuff is bad.
Red stuff is bad. Or Streeg, it's
Not blue stuff.
Yeah.
Prayer stuff.
hurt stuff. Like, okay, it just showed one
The
where
hurt-
they kind of had to go under him, and like you saw everyone's health go down. So that was like a bad one, where like they ran out of space, and so they all got hit by it, and a lot of people almost died.
Oh yeah, and they got the stomp that knocks people back too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
imagine if
Yeah.
you're standing in the wrong spot and get knocked
Yeah,
back
yeah.
off the platform.
So there's a lot more going on that we don't know, but definitely looks challenging, and this is the easiest fight.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
It looks like they have at least an Esper healer. They have a medic healer. I wonder if they have a spell slinger in there as well.
Probably.
I'm trying to.
You got 20 people in there. You
Yeah.
probably need all 3 healers.
At least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll just have to get in there and find out.
Let's do it now.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. All right. Forget the next
Everybody
cast.
online, quick.
Yes.
Sorry,
We're
everyone.
busy.
But it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
It's so
All
beautiful.
So very excited.
I know.
I know. Now we're all excited. We want to play it again. We're like, oh, beta.
It's gonna be sad when our beta time is not gonna be, the regular closed beta. It's gonna be just the
Yeah,
weekends.
just the weekends.
Oh,
It's like, oh.
Yeah.
that's gonna kill us.
Yeah.
Ah, darn
What am
it.
I going to do during the week now?
yeah,
Great
exactly.
to have a release date, but man, 2.5 months.
Yeah, I know. It's like, we're releasing in a long time. It's like, oh.
It makes me feel better though, because without having that release date, I've been, kind
you're
of
like
man,
wondering,
what is
you're
going
like,
to
when does-
happen?
yeah.
Oh, are we ever going to get this guild going? People want to play this game. Is everybody going to go to ESO? I hope not.
We finally have our date.
Yeah, maybe that's what was
Yes.
behind it too. Was kind of like ESO's
I
coming
think-
out. Like to make sure people don't get invested in ESO. Like, oh hey, 2 months after ESO, this game's coming. Or maybe it's perfect timing because.
That's what I was going to say.
And how many?
Yeah,
Because how
let's-
many times do
let's
people play an
get in.
MMO, and a month or two after they're kind of burned down on it already?
Yeah.
Or it's not what they thought, because
Or not
I
what they
started
thought.
that. Yeah, I started a named game, and I was like, hey, all right, I'm getting there. Oh, this isn't my cup of tea.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I got
Few
like
games.
I got
Oh,
like
that's
3
not bad.
MMOs on my system that I don't play.
Yeah. 3. I got like 10.
Well, I've deleted quite a few too. So
Okay.
yeah,
So we should-
EverQuest. Let's see. Well, I think we're gonna have to call that for the night because we do have another cast coming up, don't we, Dash?
We do.